training, in terms of remuneration, and in terms of housing. So putting all of that together, we have been able to transform the education system to what it is today.
A personal complimentary effort by the Gambian president has provided robust, comfortable school buses for children commuting to school.
I want to develop this country. That has always been my dream. But I also want to make sure that at the end of the day, nobody will say, well, I didn't partake in the development process because I didn't have the requisite knowledge.
Higher education received the biggest boost from the Gambia's current leadership when it established a university to produce homegrown scholars who will serve the country.
It is a very genuine determination on the side of our pragmatic and visionary leader, Professor Sheikh Dr. Alaji Ejeji Jammeh, to conceive or to conceptualize a very dynamic education system in the Gambia. Creating this ministry and giving it that orientation for science and technology has made this ministry a very special one. And within the last 2 years, we have really made a breakthrough in terms of achieving some of our goals. For example, student enrollment at the tertiary level, reflected here under the University of the Gambia, Gambia College, and our vocational institutions like GTTI.
On an annual basis, the University of the Gambia feeds the nation's workforce with a number of trained people, from doctors, teachers, agriculturists, to political scientists and development experts.
How much would it cost to train 2 students in UK, pay pound sterling or anywhere in Europe, as opposed to training them in the Gambia? It was 1995 that I put my foot down and said, we're going to have a university.
The university's first law graduates will be poised to supplement the government's ongoing efforts to indigenize the judiciary. An ultra-modern university campus is in the offing, where an integrated learning environment will enhance outcome. The site is Farababanta in the Gambia's western region, a perfect choice for the elaborate structural and technical needs of a university.
First of all, I want to thank the Almighty Allah, who has made this day possible after so many years of yearning to establish a university that will not only be unique in the Gambia, but will be accounted among the best universities of the world.
It is happening at a time when the University of the Gambia has its first Vice-Chancellor. Professor Mamadou Ka had a stint in academia in the United States and now has a duty to serve back home.
In 10 years, the university have graduated over 730 students. Majority of these graduates you can find them in all walks of life. There's no government agency or private sector or non-government where you will not find our graduates contributing and progressing hugely. Also in the private sector, you will find our graduates starting businesses. Even in the university, we have our graduates who have gone and pursued postgraduate work, returned to be part of the administrative staff as well as the academic staff. The programs in the university are high caliber. They are as good as you will find in any university. I can authoritatively say that because I've taught at many universities. And the evidence of our graduates suggests that they will not have less of an education. We have graduated students from this university who've moved on to pursue their master's and PhD work. Some of them went and finished up masters as far as Oxford University and performed wonderfully. Some of our graduates are currently finishing up their PhD work in New Zealand, in University of Edinburgh, and many, many top universities of the world. That is an evidence that there is quality of education in the University of the Gambia.
Around the University of the Gambia evolves a ring of vocational and technical institutions that offer certificate and diploma level training to enhance the human resource development capacity of the country in response to its labor market needs. The Gambia Technical Training Institute continues to conduct courses in a wide range of technical and vocational fields. Whilst the Management Development Institute offers a host of programs in management studies to provide trained and skilled manpower at the middle level of service and industry. Private sector interest in educational development is also high, with a myriad professional centers and institutes providing alternative career opportunities and programs.
But we are not going to stop there, because what the problem is now, we are trying to see, because there's an incentive here, a bonus incentive. They're saying that if this individual is able to save some time, we all know that when an individual saves some time, what would happen? If you save some time, something that should have been taking you 10 hours and you manage to do it in 8 hours, then it means that you saved the organization 2 hours, not so.
The Gambia College is the longest serving tertiary institution, having produced the biggest chunk of the nation's agricultural workers, nurses and teachers. The teacher training component is cost-effective for pre-service teacher education and in-service training programs. The roles, responsibilities, and professional development of teachers have undergone significant changes. Given the importance of the teacher factor in the provision of quality education, better remuneration strategies have been put in place to motivate and retain teachers. A special incentive package has been designed and introduced for teachers in provincial areas, where decent living quarters are built for their accommodation.
Today, I'm not saying we don't have street children, but that is less than 1% of the population of this, the children of this country. So every child is going to school happily. Because it's one thing to go to school and it's another thing to go to school happy. And so it will be very difficult, because every child in the Gambia today going to school has an objective in mind.
The National Training Authority is a regulatory body responsible for the award of national vocational qualifications in association with training establishments and employers. The NTA has been strengthened to regulate, set standards, and certify the qualification of graduates from technical and vocational training institutions. In the Gambia, educational priorities have been set, paving the way for greater achievement to improve the country's human capital and to steer its development.
This is GRTS and it's time for the news in summary with me, Ajami Sise. Celebration of His Excellency President Jammeh's birthday continued at his home village of Kanilai at the weekend. The event graced by Her Excellency the First Lady, Madam Zainab Jammeh, saw massive performances by musical and cultural groups. The event was also attended by cabinet ministers, senior government officials and scores of well-wishers. The Minister for Regional Administrations, Lands and Traditional Rulers, Lamin Wajuwara, recently concluded the second leg harvest tour of departments under his ministry. Minister Juwara was reportedly impressed with the turnout and participation of local authorities during meetings that discussed means of enhancing effective functioning of local government authorities. The Special Criminal Court has rejected a request for more time to secure legal counsel by the 3 Nigerians